Hey, what's up, everybody? And once again, I'm sitting back here on a Monday, just got finished my break and my teaching and stuff like that. Doing what I do, on a Monday, chilling. And today is a day I kind of go over certain things, I see on the internet or things I talk to my students about, and giving my opinion on just certain topics. Okay, and today I'm gonna give my opinion on a topic that was this come up about sparring, because everybody asked me about sparring and stuff like that. So this topic is, like I said, this is my opinion of this topic. I don't know how you guys do it at your school or whatever, but the topic was, should you allow the men to spar the women, or should you allow the women to spar the men? In other words, should men and women spar against each other in class? Okay, and so that question came up to me. So I'm going to tell you my opinion on whether or not men should spar with women or women should spar with men in class. Okay, and the answer to that question is yes. I do think that the men and the women should spar together. And I'm going to give you three reasons why they should. I think it's extremely important that they do. First of all, when we talk about sparring, we're talking about sparring. Sparring is practice, okay? Practice. It's not competitive. It's not talking about, being, competing for a prize, competing for a trophy, competing for a purse. We're talking about sparring, which is practicing to get better. Okay, it's all about getting better. That's what sparring is. Okay, you shouldn't be sparring to win. You shouldn't be sparring to defeat your partner. You never want to defeat your partner. You want to defeat your opponent, but not your partner. Okay, so that's what sparring is, and it's important that men spar women and women spar men in your own particular gym. And here's why. Number one, okay, men have more strength naturally than women do. Because that doesn't mean that women can't develop that strength, especially upper body strength. But just coming in, if you put a 150-pound man and a 150-pound woman, the man usually stronger up top. And a lot of men, when they haven't sparred before and stuff like that, they don't have a lot of control. They just coming in, throwing these crazy punches, and they have to learn control. One of the good ways of a man learning to have control is when he spars with women. Because when he spars with women, he has to learn how to contain that strength and still be proficient in his punches. Okay, so it's good for men to spar women because it helps him with his control. And if he can be more controlled, he can be more precise, and his fight game gets better as a whole. Okay. Number two, as far as women sparring men, I think that it's especially at a school like a Krav Maga school, a self-defense school. Pretty much when women come in to learn self-defense, when they're imagining the person that they're trying to defend themselves against, it's normally not another woman. Although they can be attacked by another woman, that's normally what's in their mind. They're in their mind is defending themselves against a man. Okay. Well, if they never spar a man, how can they actually, mentally, put themselves there in a situation where they can defend themselves against a man? They got to practice against a man to defend themselves against a man. And sparring is practice. So to say they can't spar men is not preparing them for what they came in for in the first place. So that's a reason why I think it's very important that women should spar with the men. Okay, and a third reason I can tell you a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, but I'm just gonna go with three because I don't want to draw this video out too long because a lot of people don't like to listen to videos. But anyway, the third, and I think this is very important, when men have to spar the women, and women have to spar the men. And I see the word have to because I make it mandatory at my school. It creates an environment of equality. Okay. And what I mean by that is when you start having an environment of equality, then everybody starts to come together and help each other, and you don't end up just having a male dominated, training center or a female dominated training center. Everybody is on the same training level. Everybody trains together. Everybody practices together. The men help the women help the men, and it creates a really good environment. I start that from day one. If you notice that when you have a new student that comes in and you say, okay, everybody partner up. If it's a female, normally that female will start migrating toward trying to partner with another female, or the male will start migrating trying to partner with another male. And once you start breaking that at the beginning, then as they go on, they feel more comfortable. Because that's why they start doing it, because they're not used to it and they have to feel more comfortable. So the more you get them to interact with each other, the more comfortable they become with each other. And now you're not back at high school or junior high school when you had remember the junior high school dances or the high school dances where you have all the women on this side and all the men on that side. Well, you don't want that. You're adults. You want to have an environment of equality. That's something that we try to do big at my school. And my opinion is you should try to do it to your school as well, whether it's a jiu-jitsu school, whether it's a Krav Maga school, whether it's a MMA school. I think that the men will appreciate it. They'll learn to appreciate it. They'll learn to control, and definitely the women will appreciate it. But then again, whatever you're going to do, do it the best of your ability. I'm just giving you my opinion. So, peace. I'm out. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I got more.